So my experience with Bunch for Lunch by Imperfect Nor. Oh god, a Google Doc made by an 18 years old. I would clarify that the last section in her doc is outright false. I was admittedly a weird kid in school, but I was never to the extent of the stuff. Immediately posting your response, hello, what are we doing? Is this just like a relationship beef between two people? Look at this, it has almost 8 million views. What are the quote tweets on this? This guy got accused of grooming because of a 1 week age gap? The concept of a 1 week age gap is crazy. 1 week age gap. I pray to God y'all are trolling. We are cooked as a society. No. Like, these people, they actually think that way. The week of consent is crazy. 1 week power dynamic. 1 week is like 7 weeks in dog years. I understand why people are upset. So why does it take 5 hours to read this doc? Because I'm gonna read it if that's the case. 1 week age gap. No, this is the young generations, by the way. They are like, unironically, they're like that. They're cooked. I've been doing some research into that because I was genuinely curious about it during the Fiznom situation, because people, I mean, these people legitimately think that he was like a PDF file because he like made mint. And I'm seeing other people like raging at Bleach fans because of that one clip of I think it's Yoruchi being a cat girl and jumping on Urahara, who she like basically dominates throughout the rest of the series, where people think that's upsetting. It was so stupid. But yeah, I looked at a lot of studies, and Gen X and Gen Alpha, they are like, their brains are just, they're not wired the same. Like neurologically, it's these people have grown up with social media embedded in their lives and iPhones. So like they've just grown up under constant surveillance from, from companies tracking their data, from their parents, cuddling them too much. And thirdly, from like other peers judging them on social media and call out culture and all of that. So like there's also like in The Coddling of the American Mind, that's a book that came out. This author attributes it to them being too sheltered in their childhood, which like apparently parents didn't let them play, enough without like constantly like tracking them. So the mind kind of works like your body. Like, when your body is exposed to antiviruses, it builds a lot of immunity, which is why I never get sick, because I'm constantly exposed to mold and expired food. But it works the same with your mental. It's like, if you're not exposed to things that upset you mentally, or obstacles or challenges, then you're not developing like the right neurological like transmissions. It's not the right word, but you know what I mean, or the right neurological response to deal with those situations. You haven't built like antiviruses to these mental challenges, so they just like fucking flip out whenever they see something. That's why they have these big emotional reactions. Oh, I'm not saying Gen X, sorry, Gen Z. I meant Gen Z. I'm saying the wrong alphabet letter. What do you mean, why are you talking about? In all caps. Yeah, I meant Gen Z, okay? Wrong alphabet letter, my bad. Oh, Gen X are the people who made boomers shooters. It is such a funny way to put it. And millennials are the people who played boomer shooters. Wait, I thought millennials and boomers were the same. Oh, Gen Y are millennials. We don't talk about Gen Y. They don't exist. Okay. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so, call out culture and shit. Gen Y got lumped in the term millennial? Boomer's not even close to millennial. Oh, okay. I don't know. But, anyway, all that to say that Gen Z and Gen Alpha are probably cooked. Now, the difference with Gen Alpha, though, is that they've seen their older generation get constantly called out on social media. So the way they approach social media is different. Statistically, they actually doom scroll a lot more and post a lot less, but not because like you hear that and you think, oh, that's good, they're a little bit less on social media, but no, it's just because they're like too afraid of judgment. It's like they're too anxious about it, so they post less, but they're doom scrolling too much. Silver lining though is that most of the people that I know that are getting kids now are not letting them use phones or iPads, so thank God for that at least. We need a 200% tariff on Google Docs? True! true. Oh my god, actually, if we put a 200% tariff on Google Doc, we would fix most of the VTuber community's problems. Based pay to win Google Docs, like unironically, yeah, this might solve world hunger. The loser of the Google Doc debate has to pay. Make them pay to share them. Why am I reading 12-page long breakup docs between two random nobodies? Welcome to my life, baby. Charge per page. Force them to you know, like fit everything into a single page, you know? No more 100-page Google Docs. I'll cover this tomorrow if there was a response. Wait, it was an online relationship too? Stop. Mac breaks it off with Will. Wage gap relationship, and we get one of these. A wage gap relationship. It's not an age gap relationship, it's a wage gap relationship. Oh, so this was the initial call out doc. Now I want to get this document as soon as it did, but with it being leaked that he had already found out and it's already making a response to save face, it's best that I get this out now. This is so fucking stupid. What are we doing here? Rima, if you put a Google Doc text, you would have no content. It's a double-edged sword. You guys don't even like it when I read Google Docs. You get bored. You check out. You guys want the TLDR to the TLDR. You guys want the Gemini summary, okay? We all know this. I know it. You know it. Let's stop fucking pretending. That's because you don't ASMR the dockies. Sometimes I roleplay them. Yeah, you guys want the Chat GPT note clips. Cliff notes. It's the other way around. We did do the full storyline, you know, we did the full Google Doc reading for the Cinder doc. After that, it was never the same. We were burnt out after. If this is the worst controversy happening this week, we're doing pretty good. Somehow it became so viral. How long is this one? Oh, wait, what? This one was in violation of their TOS. So the first one got taken down. So it started with this Google Docky, and then wait, 257? What the hell? The UK is also cooked. On 253. Oh my god, they were like a few minutes from each other. Oh god. I spent 30k USD on Kirby just for her to accuse me of cheating on her when we broke up. Why does an 18 years old is spending 30k on a Kirby? He says, holy fuck, since so many people saw this, I'll clarify that she accused me of grooming. I simply just pointed out our age gap and said it was a silly accusation. And I always wanted this to be private. She came public first about everything. Was her name Kirby, or did he spend 30k on a Kirby plushie? How did he manage to spend it? How did he manage to find that much money, first of all? Not just spend it, just have that money. In this economy? Edit, this is a response document to Sunny Day Tune. I did not come public first. I was always intended for this to stay private. Context of the age gap being mentioned has to do with her accusing me of grooming her, whilst calling me a PDF file and Shotokan over it. You can view timestamps as proof. Her call-out doc, which is now deleted but archived in the next one releasing what I'm making. Sunny Day Tune is a bunch for lunch giggle fucking roach boik. Oh, that's all her names? Okay. Oh, he has a YouTube channel and makes music? Okay, it's a big YouTube channel. He might be making money. Jesus. Okay, his music has millions of views. Yep. Okay, so maybe he does have money. Maybe he does have money to spend on a Kirby. Hi, I got some wind of a document that's to be made on me. I want to discuss the context of what could possibly be released to my knowledge currently. I will also clarify because I'm aware not everyone will read this entirety of the doc. I'm in therapy and actively getting help regarding my addiction to explicit content. Like prawn? Wait! Also regarding my addiction to so he says, regarding my addiction to explicit content alongside other stuff, more specifically dramas that have happened the past couple of years. Does it mean that he's addicted to drama content too? Or just that he's making this response to the dramas that have happened? Not a perfect person. I'm going to be as transparent as I can about my action. Imgur links will be included for redundancy or in case the document breaks in the future. Firstly, the document contains screenshots and a screen recording of someone going through an alternative email of mine, more specifically going through my activity, buying and consuming explicit content. I don't feel it is exactly necessary to go into the full extent of what these emails contained. However, they do include more out there fetishes that the average person may not be into. Well, now I'm interested. I knew some people were addicted to drama. We do have to put some users in timeout from some chats in our discords that are too addicted to drama or talking about it. It does happen, yes. So for transparency, it's financial domination. This is something that I've been struggling with for a while. More specifically, engaging, consuming, and seeking out this content. Wait, what? His kink is financial domination? Is that why he spent 30K on the girl? What? No. Is it just not written correctly? He wants to be a pay piggy? Oh, he's into Findom? What a coincidence. My fetish is financial submission. That's such a good one. Yes, we all need someone to financially dominate us. Or is it the other way around? He wants it to be dominated. I don't know. More specifically, engaging with, consuming, and seeking out this content. It's something I'm not proud of. Around a year ago, I was particularly worse in regards to my explicit content consumption, but between then and now, I've still been struggling with this addiction. However, I've been getting better at avoiding consuming and seeking it out. I had a momentary relapse within the last couple of weeks into seeking this content out. Oh boy, what is global gifting technologies? Is it something you pay for? This is proof of what I previously engaged in. This is all payments he made. This could have been ours, chat. This money was basically handed out for free. Anybody could have been the recipient of this. God damn it. Some people just have it all. Don't show this guy VTubers or he'll blow away his wealth in a week. You might also notice the dates of these incoming emails and notice how recent they are. Just because they happen to relatively recent does not mean that I am outright avoiding recovery regarding this issue. Recovery does not look like a step-by-step process. You will have moments where you falter in recovery and relapse momentarily. It does not mean I'm not trying. Somebody take away his credit card. But yeah, he's right about how addiction works. Additionally, this shouldn't have become public in the first place. It became public only serves to defame and humiliate me. I was doing something privately among myself and other adults. I mean, he's right. It's like, whatever. Kink shame. He was hurting himself. However, that was not the case and has never been the case. This does not matter. I don't think that it hurts anyone but myself by engaging in my addiction. If I brought other people into it, that would be entirely fair. But everything in my email being brought up, this had always stayed private and should have been kept that way. This is really embarrassing, but regardless, something that should be brought up ever since I was informed that people were going to come out with information on this. I mean, he's right about this part. My most recent relationship with Kirby, however, I will specifically note that with this account, it is her not safe for work account, but it being mentioned here as she did vape posts about me on there, this was also never meant to be public. I'm only mentioning him, our relationship with each other, and the breakdown of said relationship because she was going to publicize it herself. I will mention that we have 1 week age gap. My birthday... Sorry. My birthday is September 12th, 2007, and his is... Wait, it's two guys? I thought it was a guy and a girl. I'm so confused. And his is... Oh, sorry. No, it's December. So December 9, 2007 and December 17, 2007. The pronouns are lost on this one, by the way. Is that why the pronouns keep switching? I'm so confused. The guys in my chat are like, wait, he's into guys? I need to slide into his DMs. Oh, okay, Antique Doll. It's the same person. He just changes pronouns constantly. Okay, maybe he's ESL. Oh, God. Watch out, bro. There's some ugly-ass N-word with big-ass egos out there. Stay safe, yo. Bonus point, if their ego is so fragile, they need to pay people to laugh at the jokes they reuse from others. Anyway, more prawns soon, yay. I want to get paid for jokes. To laugh at jokes that people reuse on others. Like, what is this? What is this, man? Why is that even a valid complaint? $20 is $20. Laying out the timeline of our relationship here, we first started speaking in December 2025 when I had commissioned her to draw some art. And that's when we first started talking as friends. My friends in a VC made an offhanded comment/joke about how we'd be good with each other, and thus I decided to make a genuine attempt to pursue her. We both reciprocated feelings with one another, but Kirby reiterated that she wasn't ready for a relationship yet, which I respected. We began talking from that point on more intimately, but we never started dating until April 10th when we first met up. During that time of talking, we had multitude of quarrels with each other, but at least for this, I will only mention the primary and most relevant conversations. I know myself that I did not try to guilt her into keeping quiet about these things, as again, I knew I was wrong for certain things that I had done. So what did he do, though? What did he do? A good chunk of our serious convos were in VC, which makes proving these things a little harder. So keep that in mind. Some stuff is gonna lack evidence, yada yada. However, there's a call that was recorded, but it was not recorded in its entirety because of the fact it was mini clips rather than a full unedited recording, which I also do not have direct access to, but I suspect they might frame this call in bad faith. I'll be honest about the way I acted in the call. I acted extremely irrationally and nasty. Kinda nasty though. Okay, no, Rima, focus. That was because of the fact that I was abruptly dragged into the call with no forewarning, wasn't given any time to gather anything from my side of the situation. I was already in a bad mood. The confrontation was about me lying about her. I would exaggerate things about her, things she was doing, the way she treated me and acted towards me, alongside other things regarding her. During this confrontation, I also denied and reflected a lot of the things that were being said, both about me and to me directly. I'll state for the record that I did go out of my way to speak with the other people that have lied about her too. These people have since condemned me for lying about her in the first place. I called them a lot of straight up gross and offensive stuff. I called her a bitch and I was straight up mocking her in this exchange. I'm entirely aware I shouldn't have interacted with her this way, however, I was already in a bad mood given everything that happened. I was removed from the mutual friend server. We went no contact after this interaction for a short bit, though after a while we started updating each other with things that we were doing. I will, okay, we read that. I will also say there's a good chunk of the people mentioned have clearly stated multiple times that they don't want to be involved, hence why a lot of the names have been censored. I have one server that I made with the reason of trying to get away from her, especially during the moments where she would block me or completely ghost me in a moment where we would get into argument. I would naturally vent about her to these people. But like I have already mentioned, I've been honest with these people about the whole truth, which I have directly stated in this doc. Bro, it's 3 a.m. so I ended up napping. You woke up at 3 a.m. so nap my ass. You basically slept. I napped. I've been touching up this song for a bit. I'm sorry I was drawing. I'm just saying hi, but it just felt awkward. You're fine, I might have been asleep at the time. Sorry I didn't respond. You're fine. Did you sleep well at least? Yeah, I didn't sleep long though. Been struggling to sleep at a time. I've been drawing more. But it's all gay, lol. Oh, and the person started on a model. I'm so excited. I've seen, lol. You have? I mean, I'm on my priv and I follow you. Well, here's that Verity design. Okay, he's hiding the art. Please don't let these people come into the VTuber community. Okay, I'm watching the World Cup. I feel like this. But what is this supposed to show us? Oh my god, it's super long. I don't want to read all of that. Unless it's spicy. Months of being lied to was unfair. Months of being lied about was unfair. Then why do you still want to try? I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. You say all this up and then you say you still want to try. I'm just saying how I feel. I do because I genuinely care about you. It's why I'm trying to get better. It's been worrying me since that day. But I can't even talk about my friends without you just assuming that I've already moved on to someone else, man. I mean, you talk about them constantly everywhere because I really care about them. You've referenced them on your priv a few times and we haven't had a single convo where they weren't brought up. That's cool, but I'm trying to talk to you, dude. I'm just telling you about my day, man. I do talk about you about stuff I do. I've shown you the stuff I've worked on. And they don't really know each other as far as I know. Wash knows her cow doesn't really. I just figured Amy could actually help financially and that was a person who actually wanted to go on a trip with you. I honestly expected you to take her anyway. Wash and Cow don't know Amy. I don't know, it's whatever, man. I just think that's a little weird. And plus she has a job, she could. I mentioned that earlier. For your sake, I'll just still ask Amy. My parents are being weird again. I mean, T9, them, it looks like you're meeting up with girls back to back, dude. Of course they're going to be weird. They think it's you, dog. It's weird to me, dude. How? I don't know, bro. I told them it wasn't. I thought you would have told them it's another girl. I did. I don't know, man, dude. They just don't believe me, dog. Take your normal friends. Jaylee is just too weird to me. How old is she? I guess I get the mindset behind everything, but like, are you scared something will happen? She's 19 going to 20 this year. Generally, dude, okay. Imagine I went on a trip with 3 guys right now. How would that make you feel? When that's not even the same scenario. It is. It'd have to be 2 girls and 1 dude alongside you. What? Let me wash Cow and them. There's another girl? Who's the other girl? What? No, I'm saying your scenario isn't the same, bro. That's not what I'm saying. Dude, I'm taking yours the same though. It was with 3 guys right now. How would that make you feel? Just got back what we're looking at. There's some Google Docs that have been released on this guy because they've been accused of grooming because of a 1-week age gap. 3 guys and 1. Okay, they're just talking about a scenario. Now I hear that you're going to stream with Dan. You never even mentioned streaming with me, not in months, and you two just started talking with everything you said to me and the way you treated me. I feel like I'm allowed to be worried about this. I get being worried, but I'm trying to reassure you nothing will happen. So he's going on a trip and she's mad about it. He's going on a trip with some girls. She's worried he might cheat on her. Just mad about petty stuff, nothing spicy. Fuck. I was hoping that it'd be like something scandalous. You know, he's going on a trip. Turns out that he could be hanging out with some findom girls. And she walks in on him being financially dominated, on his knees with a stack of money in his hand. Rima not happy with the lukewarm tea. I need more adrenaline. Yeah, they're emotionally immature teenagers. Okay, let's see what he's saying in his doc. There's also a different recording from my own end that is recorded in its entirety of a separate confrontation that happened for different reasons. I will mention that this antagonization was mutual on both sides. There were multiple instances where she would just randomly get angry or start insulting me in a call. I have a couple clips where she started yelling at me for no reason, one particular being when I asked her why a huge server of people were saying that she was using me for money. What the fuck? I will not post these for the sake of privacy. She had repeatedly branded this as me recording her at her most vulnerable when I had only taken these clips for my own protection. I never received an apology. I'll clarify that these are short clips. These clips are not nearly as long as she stated, and they are only snippets of what she's done. This is only the one clip that I have on her. These are a few screenshots taken after I had spiraled from being drunk. She was actively in a call with her friends, and I had spammed her and made multiple attempts to call her while being drunk. I got to the point where I was practically begging for attention while she never told me what was going wrong, what I was doing wrong. Being upset at the fact that I drank, which she never told me till I outright calmed down. Oh my god. Okay, this is why he spent so long on that stream. Even aside from being drunk, there were multiple instances where I would spam her when she would begin ignoring me, completely ignoring her boundaries and wanting to be left alone. I can admit that this was wrong, but I just wanted to try and resolve any kind of issues that we had at the exact moment. I pushed many boundaries when trying to get her attention during these moments, which I can admit was the incorrect way of going about it. Since she has accused me of grooming her and manipulating her, the only thing she tweets, the only thing I messed up was that I was too terrified to communicate with you and I got hostile when I was backed into corners you pushed me into. Group literally said themselves that you groomed me. I generally do not know what to say. There is zero proof that could ever point towards me doing something like this to her. The manipulation claims stem from the fact that I cancelled a single order of hers when she had pissed me off, yet I still let her eat that same day. He was buying her Uber Eats! And she's mad because he cancelled that order? I still let her eat that same day? Is crazy. What do you mean? Can she not eat unless you're sending her food? She gonna die of starvation? Let her eat sounds weird. Is there some kind of food fetish in here? Is that financial like, is he... What is financial domination? Maybe we should look it up. Is he the one, like... Does he not let her spend her own money or something like that? Nutrition domination! Oh, financial domination, also known as findom, is a BDSM kink and fetish where a submissive person gives money, gifts, and control of their finances to a dominant person for psychological and excitement. Oh, okay, no, so it's not that. Yeah, it's she would be the one controlling his money. This is from Mujin's stream. When this guy was in chat, she had access to his account and ordered food daily. Oh, this guy came into his chat? Bro, that's crazy. She ordered food. Yo, these are... Okay. Brownie, brittle, chocolate chip flavored and crispy, crunchy brownie snack, goldfish, cheddar cheese, baked snack crackers, and mod cinnamon for $47? Okay, 14 items. She did the groceries. This whole stream you had it backward, Rima. You kept saying you wanted someone to drain your wallet because you didn't know what findom was. Yeah, fuck. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, 3 items, 3 cheese chicken dilla, Bahama Mama chocolate chip cookie. She really likes chocolate chip cookie. I don't think you're supposed to eat that much snacks in a day. Him and his friends, it was hilarious. He gave context and chat roasted him. Why did chat roast him? Why are we looking at this, because it went viral. It got 8 million views. Because it's so ridiculous. For her to say that, and he's got a big YouTube channel. He's got almost 300k subs. For her to say that I didn't just send her money for food, despite there being multiple occasions of me doing exactly that, I've sent her thousands of dollars just to directly support her. These include a mix of me randomly sending her and her asking me for money. I'm not saying she used me, but for her to say that I did not support her during our relationship is not correct. With the gift spamming that I do, I will clarify that I never did this as an attempt to get her attention. It looked like it at times, especially when I do it while being hysterical. Okay. But I've always been a very massive gift giver, and asking anyone around me will tell you this. Hey, I have a throne, dude, just putting it out there. I would never give someone something as an attempt to try and sway them into doing anything for me. I also mentioned that he at one point threatened to unblock me when I spoke about taking him off the DoorDash. Don't you dare take me off the DoorDash! I will mention that I never meant to hold her back. She would constantly mention changing for me a multitude of times, but I had relayed to her both and before in our relationship that I never asked for her to change for me. I told her that no relationship requires sacrifice and change, but I generally never wanted her to change to this extent. Before we even started talking, I was under the assumption that she was polyamorous, and even while we were actively talking and flirting with each other, she would talk about how much she missed her exes. That's so weird. I wanted to respect this, as I told her multiple times I was monogamous. I did not want her to have to change herself to be with me, but she herself told me that she would be monogamous for me. There were moments where I had to beg her to unblock me, whether it was through asking a friend or DMing her on Twitter to try and get her attention. She had a habit of where if she thought I wasn't asking something fully seriously, she'd block me. I am not downloading some files right now. I will mention that one guy that she mentioned she was able to talk to is a groomer. She told me later on that this person had groomed her, and they're actively grooming a 16-year-old. Ew! Brother, ew! This information was dropped on me while I was relaxing in the middle of us taking a break from the relationship. I will clarify that she does not talk to this person. Last convo. Drive full of the last convo we had. 60 plus screenshots! And it's both of her guilt tripping and antagonizing and just being outright rude to me. Yeah, but where did... Okay. These little things like streaming with my friend that made me really happy. I can wait to come more PNG tubers for us so we can all be a little group. Okay. I don't even know why I thought you were serious about waiting. Well, whatever, man. I'm done. I'm going to be inactive for a bit. I know I'm not a good person. I'm seeking therapy. I'm not lying. I'll attach proof below. I'm seeking help for my own wrongs. I've already become less active in general. I'll keep posting Deltarune content. I'm sorry for the new followers, as this is the first impression of me. And he invites people to send him DMs if he's acted badly against them. She had him begging her to let him spend money on her and still wrote a Google Doc on him? Yeah, pretty much. And accuse him of grooming because of a 1 week age gap is crazy. Remember when TMI was a thing? Man, I miss those days. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you in the next video.